a new day. It's 5:15 in the morning. I'm at Drake's Island at the moment. I'm going to just fish as I go around. And then I'm going to go to Bobby Sands today. Low tide's at 10:48 this morning. Ooh. What happened there? Had a little take then. Yeah, I overdone it the other day when I went out, when I went rain mad. I think that was hot, and when I got in, I felt it. I've got to admit. Right, I've ended up out near the Moonstone. Nothing was happening at Bobby Sands. But I do have the birds here, but they're just sat in the water, but I don't know. They know something I don't know. That something's going to happen in a minute. Don't know if you can see them. Quite a lot of them out here. But they're just sat in the water. So much for not going far today. Finally a fish! Hallelujah! What we got then? Whoa! Something I don't catch very often. I do sort of avoid them. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. There you go. You don't see me catch them very often. Not at all. Oh, he's gone. But I'm not going to moan. It's a fish. I've got a fish finally. After, how long have I been at you now? 8:05 in the morning it is. Yeah, what I'm doing, I've never done this before here. I'm just working the coast. Going back down towards Bobby's house. So, I've never done this here before. We got another fish on. Oh, it's another Rassie. Go, another little one. Yeah, I'm just still making my way back down to Bobby Sands there. Right, I'm back at Bobby Sands now, and I'm just going to go up through. That wind's picked up now. It's getting windy now. quite often this happens, right? When you're coming back from Bob's house, you're heading towards Drake's Island. I'm aiming directly at Drake's Island, but you should be able to just see it, a yellow buoy, but it always seems to push you towards that yellow buoy at times with the tides. It's weird. Like, I'm moving at 3.5 miles an hour here, but you seem to like pushes you to the common side. How it works. Yeah, it's very strange. And then you'll get so far, and then all of a sudden you'll start moving. I know I've got the wind behind as well. The tide is. But you should be able to tell now that yellow buoy's getting closer and closer to me. And I know he watches this channel. He watches my channel. One of my old kayak fishing buddies, I won't mention his name because you know, it was happening to us one day, yes, and he freaked out a bit. But, you know, we're going the wrong way in all this, but it's not to worry about. It's the way currents, tides all push. Plus you've got the breakwater right behind you, so the water's hitting that, and then it curves back. So now my speed's dropped down to 2.5 miles an hour, but it's just all part of it. But, like, you know, I'm still panning in, but I'm still in line with that little buoy. As you can see now, I am changing, but it's just the way it is, you know. And like, I've been doing this for a long time now. I'm used to these situations, but someone new at it, you know, they do freak out with these sort of things. You know, if I thought I was going to have a problem getting back over, I wouldn't go to Bob's house. You know, it's like I know now. Say if I was fishing on the side there, the place what we call the bridge is, I know for a fact that would be a nightmare to get through now, because you go against the tide and it gets really bad, because it's like a washing machine effect there as well, where the bridges are. You know, you've got the water coming over the top. There is a ridge that goes right along under the water. But, you know, it's like now, that yellow buoy is getting close. I'm getting more closer to that than what I am getting to shore, to Drake's Island. But it's all part of it. You know, it's like, all my years of, that's why I like to stay in the areas I know well. I know my situations here. You know, I'm going to go up against every time I'm out here. You know, if the tide turns, the winds pick up on me, I know what I'm dealing with. You know, sometimes it can be harder work, but I know what I'm actually dealing with. So, and I know how to go around it. It's like I can paddle quite easy down on the and then come up through actual Plymouth that side. I could have come all the way down the coast on that side and then just come along the coast, but that's not me. I likes to work when I'm out here. I enjoy it when I've got to have a workout. You know, it's like every day when you're out in the water, like I could go next week this same tide. It can be totally different in here. It's not the same every time, but it's better when you know what you're going to come against at times out here. You know, it all works for you. It all works. It's like I know for a fact I'm going to have, because I'm only planning on fishing for another hour or so. Tide's still going to be going out. And I know I'm going to have a little to work to get back in. But that's what you've got to, you know, like a lot of people who do kayaking. It's like I know a couple who likes to go out with the tide and come back in with the tide, but I like to go fishing when I want to go fishing. I don't care if that tide's coming in, that tide's going out. You know what I mean? If I want to go out, I want to go out, and that's the way I am. But a lot of people likes to do everything with the tides, and it's not like I'm not on about people who just kayak fish. There's a lot of them I see from where I launch, like they go out in their canoes with the tide and they come back with the tide. You know, that's what a lot of people do it, but I'm not normal, so I just go when I want to go. You know what? I know my limits with winds, you know, I know my limit with tides. So, you know, but there is times I get caught out. But I've been doing it that long now, I know my way around these waters to get around it if I need to. If that makes any sense. Well, I thought I'd share that with you. I've still got quite a distance to go yet. I'm only about halfway there. Well, I'm making my way in now. I've stayed on the Devon side all day. Well, not all day, well, all the time I've been out. I haven't been on the Cornwall side, that makes a change. Drake's Island, nothing happening there. I'm just fishing this little bit here, and then I'm going in. Out here 6 hours. And the fishing's still crap. But I'm not going to moan because at least I've caught fish. Well, it might have only been 2, but 2's better than 0. Anyway guys, catch you on the next one. Tight lines.